Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. Kill. 26. Kill.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I got you.
Now Leonard Fournette. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Line in. Check 55 to Mike. All day, pump.
Fournette, a first down carry. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Marquise Brown, touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mike now. 180. You ain't got nothing. Shit. That's it.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And all the way down to the the 36-yard line.
Let's go.
A big run by Kareem Hunt, 42 yards. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
First down.
Now, 180. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. And we got
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Kareem Hunt, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down.
Play action now. Prescott. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
3 bucks.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 27-yard line.
Mike, 180. Hey, we're good. You 180.
Here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Bradley Chubb in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Leonard Fournette, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistent.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll run with Hunt on second down. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. From the gun, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This is caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Rosas' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Carr now to throw. And that's complete to Jesse James. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw his Carr. James has got it, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Big stop. Check out.
2nd and 5 now. Carr. And it's caught. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Andy Janovich, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. McManus's point after is good, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Watch a slap. Watch a slap. Watch a slap. Hey, 47. 55 mark, guys. 55. Hey, tank.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He gets this one to Johnson. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
It's our time. There we go, kill. 55. 26.
Fournette. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
7:34.
To throw, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, watch the leg. Hey, watch it. Check 24.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
QB's trash. Let's go. What do you think? 55's my guy. 55.
Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Carr to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Denver.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
6-18. Check. 53, Mike. Check.
Now Hunt. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Rashad Penny. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Open man is Switzer, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Later one.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Now Carr. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Derek Carr. His 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 25 on second down, Prescott, and an alley to run. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. On first down, it's Hunt. And a short gain here down to the 22. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 53.
Shotgun now for Carr. He'll get this one to Switzer. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll run on first down. Hunt.
I got you, boy.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Now Carr. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Derek Carr. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
On play
action, Prescott uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
At the 29-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, kill. 47, 26.
Here's Prescott. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run with Hunt. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll run. This is Hunt. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A big run by Kareem Hunt. 43 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Penny, the first down carry. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll run it here with Hunt. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now it's Hunt, and an alley to run. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The tackle by Eric Armstead. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal.
A 28-yard attempt.
His kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take the knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm...
And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by Will Parks. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
Right now. 280.
In your face.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check safety, check safety. Right now. Raider one.
First throw of overtime for Carr. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with him. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 37-yard line.
Down. 180.
Check 53.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know. That's Hunt.
On second down, it's Hunt. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Raider one. 29. Go. 53 is the mic.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Bradley Chubb in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now it's Penny running right. And an alley to run. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Switch it. Come here, switch it. Who's right feet? Check.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. After the penalty, it's Penny. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
On the run, it's Penny. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. But now it's 3rd down. That's one of those pivotal plays that'll just stick out in everybody's mind from this game. If he picks that off, what a momentum swing down here in the end zone.
And he did his job. He knocked the ball away. But it does feel like a letdown for him and his teammates, doesn't it? A chance to intercept it, turn it back over to his offense with a chance to win the game.
Carr going to throw. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Broncos, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.